I want to talk about as well is do you have anybody who experienced anything, regarding their social life, like, it's difficult for you to go ahead and try and make friends? Do you find that a problem here in the US or wherever you're from? If you transition from one place to the other, is that a problem for you guys, or you guys are able to, have a very active social life? You can leave it in the comment and tell me. Yeah, because that's one thing I realize, that is a big thing here. Um, that is a big thing here. Persons not really having that much of a active or social life, that is. What are your hobbies? Window shopping. I like to play badminton. Yeah, I like to play badminton, and yeah, I like to hang out at the gym sometimes as well. Not as much as I used to at one point, but yeah, anything that is gonna keep me active. And I like to travel. Yeah. So right now, with me being so busy, a lot of times I don't really even find time to do certain things. Um, and CH12 says, you don't look athletic. Oh, no, not right. No, I used to be, just have a lot of things going on. So, even though I have a 6-year-old, we call it baby weight. Them thing there. That's what we tell Lipon Pitney. But anyways, yeah. I'm getting there. I will be there by next year, when my schedule is a little bit free up and I have a little bit more flexibility. Melton says, I am in, what's that, Canada? No? Okay, Melton. So you were in Russia and now you're in Canada. Huh? All right. So CH12 says, very long baby wait, that is. Yes, it is. Sometimes things take a little time, but once you're persistent, eventually you'll see results. So even though that's probably 6 years old, eventually the results will do come up. So, all right. What year are you in, CH12? All right, and I'm gonna try to see if I can start doing my live on Wednesdays. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to start doing my live on Wednesdays. I will put it up on the channel, and then from there, so more persons can be a part of the discussion here. And I'll definitely, as I say, definitely have persons calling in. I'm hoping to have persons calling in to share stories. All right, but I don't want it to be a case where persons are just calling with nothing to really offer regarding, something to encourage or just telling us their day in the life. I want it to be something, where I want it to be a case where we definitely have a story and we definitely have something to, provide for the audience here. So, hi, Kay. Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, Kay says, I find it hard to make new friends, friends even in my home country. Where are you from, Kay? Yeah, it's hard here. You might find that, as I say in one of my videos, you might have neighbors, you don't know who they are, or if you do know them, the relationship is not like anything concrete, and then sometimes you have a lot of persons who tend to be moving from one place to the other, so you're not able to have any real relationship with those persons because of, the constant moving. Oh, you're from Germany, Kay. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. Because of the constant, moving from one place to the other. And then when you go to work, that's another struggle because, it's just work. You just go there and before you know it, the 12 hours or 8 hours finish. You might hang out every now and again with a few persons and that's it. But I think it's more of, if you don't have friends like, from high school or college days, if you're an adult, it's going to be very difficult for you to have friends or make friends now. So yeah. Um, Melton says, I love the US anthem. Okay, nice, nice. I love my Jamaican anthem too. All right. So let me try to do this. All right. So yeah, so that's one of the biggest thing for me, and especially if you're moving from one country to the other, where everything else is totally different, the culture, everything, then that can be another problem. So, but it's very difficult to have a social life here in the US. There's just so many things that are, contributing to persons not having social life, and then with the constant, you know hello, Miracle Thrash. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. And then the other thing is, with the social media, you have persons not really going out nowadays and interacting with anybody. It's more of just, sitting across virtually and doing, um, the little communication. So, and then you find out that some places, they don't even have community centers anymore for persons to meet up and greet. So that's another thing with, persons not having a social life here in America. Um, so thank you so much, Miracle. Really do appreciate, and I will check out your channel as well. Thanks for the sub. Kay says, do you live in a city in the US? I've heard the most crowded places tend to be the most lonely. So yes, I live in a city, but it's not that, like, it's very quiet here. It's quiet. The city, like, there's a busy city close by, and that's probably like, say, 20 minutes drive or 30 minutes. But I have a lot of nightlife around this area. So it's not that bad. But when I just moved here, I moved to the state of Maine, and Maine is up north, and it is cold, and yeah, it's not the best place when you're transitioning in terms of to have a social life or anything, and especially if you don't have families with you, then that also can contribute to, the loneliness and your problems with your social life. But where I'm at, yes, you have persons around, you see your neighbors, you talk to them every now and again, and that's it. But for majority of the time, everybody is just inside their house, they go to work, and then when they get off, they just drive in, and that's it. And the cycle just continue. Sleep, work, and repeat. So there's nothing different, Melton says, I'm in band. Okay. Marvin Lee, good night, nurse. What are you cooking for dinner? I'm hungry. So what are you talking about? Welcome, Marvin. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I haven't cooked anything today. So I had rice and peas and chicken from yesterday with vegetable and pasta. So this thing we call Sunday Monday. I don't know if you know about Sunday Monday from Jamaica. Just like Thanksgiving Day when persons have, Thanksgiving meal left over. It's the same thing. So that's what I had today. And they always say the best food or the tastiest of the food is the food that you have the next day. I guess because the seasoning all set in and everything. So, so, we're just literally just sitting down and just chit-chatting. I was talking about, I went into like the social security office to do an application. So I spoke about that, the process. If you're here and you're waiting on your paperwork to get that done, or you're waiting for the paperwork or the card itself, you can just go online and do the application once you have the necessary paperwork, and then you should be able to make an appointment and get that done. And then I was talking about if you're applying for passport and your driver's license, if your place, wherever you live, if it is a busy place, just go ahead and apply for the application in one of those rural areas that is not so busy, not populated, that populated rather. And then from there, you should be able to get it a little bit faster. CH12 says, what are your ultimate goals with my YouTube channel? So my ultimate goal for my YouTube channel is, as I say, it's more for content, content sharing. I do want to help a lot of persons. So through this medium, I'll be able to launch my foundation where I can help more persons in Jamaica. And as I say, it's more for content sharing, because when I was moving to the States here as a nurse, I never really had that much persons to talk to regarding certain things. So as I go along, and whatever I experience, I definitely want to just share it on the platform here for persons who are transitioning. And it doesn't necessarily have to be persons from, Jamaica. It can be persons from other places in the world, that will probably meet up on one of the videos or so and be able to get some insight. So basically that's the ultimate goal for my channel. And the other thing is, it's more of a motivational and encouragement, channel. So I want to be a case where if I share my story and other persons come and share their story, like their background, then we should be able to learn something from that, or it should help to encourage us in whatever area. If you're a nurse, if you're a doctor, whatever area you're in, you should be able to find some means of of encouragement or motivation from whatever is being shared. Yeah, so that's it. But thank you so much for those questions. CH12, do appreciate that. Yeah, so I want to create I want to have a family here, where once I am, especially with I also have a GoFundMe page. I have a GoFundMe page where it's more for, we had Hurricane Beryl that affected Jamaica. Yes, so I did create a GoFundMe page because there are some persons in communities, like back in my community and other communities on a coastal area that were affected. So I have this channel, and I just thought that, it would be a good way to start my foundation, start some form of community service with doing that. So you can go ahead and check out that video that I posted, and the link is in my bio, where you can go ahead and donate. I think I've gotten like $300 or so. The goal is for $10,000. I thought it would have been a little bit, better right now, but I guess I'm not really promoting it that much, but that's the goal, the ultimate goal with that. And once I do reach my goal of $10,000, or even if I reach 5,000, then I'm gonna just go ahead and purchase some items for some persons down in one of those communities, and try to just go ahead and put it on the channel so persons can know exactly what's happening with their money, their donation. And from there, I just want to continue, just helping persons. Yeah. But I have a lot of plans for my YouTube channel here, but I'm not gonna tell all of it. And as I say, I started a podcast as well, so that is another big thing, because that's the area that I want persons to come in and share their stories. One person to share their stories on my podcast, so that's it. And as I say, the podcast is not necessarily only for nurses. I would love to have a lot of nurses. My channel is focused on nurses. But at the same time, I know I have other persons in the audience who probably would be interested in knowing what it is like being like an accountant, what it is like being a teacher in Jamaica, or a doctor in Jamaica. So whatever area they're in, I know other persons are here. They're not only nurses on the platform. So I just want to kind of make it a little bit more, inclusive for everybody. I do hope that answers your question, CH312. Do we have anybody else who wants to ask any question? What area are you from? Are you from Jamaica, Marvin Lee, or where are you from? Hi, everybody. Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, nice. Where in Jamaica are you from, Marvin? What parish? So CH12 says, will you be having a lot more interviews